I worked a long time on the meteorites, but they take even more chances. And, oh, every day he's somewhere in the desert, and this place in India, and over here in Morocco or Oman or Australia. So he's the top meteorite man, in my opinion, right now. It's fact. I think he is.
But 2 years ago, at that time, you were the guy that everybody was in admiration with, that everybody wanted to do the same thing. Do you realize that? You can't walk here 5 meters without being stopping.
Well, the meteorites have been very good to me, to all of us, Mike, Louis, Alan, and we all started with just a little bit, a box, a few things, and years of working, and now Mike has some of the very best pieces in the world in here. I mean, they really are. But he works all day, every day. It's just like Louis and Alan and Steve. This takes over your life. You just fall in love with meteorites, and you're forever hooked with meteorites. You're just love it. You want to sleep with them. You want to be by them. You know.
Do you realize that some people are now searching for meteorites because of you?
I'm sorry.
I bought my first meteorite from Bob Haag, and within a year I had started my own company, and now I've sold millions and millions worth of meteorites.
Yes. And we live nearby. I walk over to his house, he shows me something really great, and we share information. We all share information to make it better and funner.
Who is the model of who? Who is the...
Well, I want to be like Mike now.
But it was...
I don't know if you want to go to prison or...
Been there.
Been there.
But at that time when you start, when you were a beginner, you admire him?
Of course. You know, I mean, I got his first catalog, and I was reading it every day I was in the university here in Tucson. I wasn't listening to the professor. I was looking at meteorites and trying to see which one I could buy. You know, $10 and $20 is all I could afford at the time. I had no money for that, but it became an obsession, and now I've been to 72 countries. I've been to Africa 55 times. Even this year in November and December, I went to Asia 5 times.
But at that time, you bought $10 meteorites.
Yes, in fact, the
and
first.
Now, how much do you sell the meteorites you've got? The high price.
Since yesterday, I've sold $80,000. Just since yesterday, here.
2 days.
And the
biggest piece I ever sold was $600,000 to the Royal Ontario Museum in Canada. I sold it to the Canadian government. Palisite, we found a large palisite, me and my partners in Canada, and we sold the largest piece to the Canadian government as a national treasure of Canada.
And they went and found it. You know, it's one thing to buy something, but he went to the little town and had metal detectors behind Jeeps and motorcycles and searched for years, and they found the best one. So it didn't just happen in a dream. You have to work really hard.
It's not the one from the police video camera.
No, this is a different one.
Spring water.
You're still looking for this one?
Oh yes.
For me, Mike is really the new Indiana Jones.
Absolutely.
Of the 2012th century.
I agree.
For now, he's a new Indiana Jones. Really, as soon as he heard a meteorite that falls somewhere, one day after this, Mike Farmer is on the place. He's in the place. No, really,
he's true.
There is a meteorite fall in Spain. We knew French people. We knew the story, and we waited for 1-2 weeks. 2 days after, he was on the place, and he found some pieces in Spain, and we are French, and we were not on the place. So he's really the new Indiana Jones now.
So, you are the first meteorite?
I am. And I think that Mike is definitely the new, he has the crown, you know. But he worked his way to the top, trust me. He worked his way. And everybody agrees, I think around the world, honestly, nobody works harder at it than Mike. And he's doing very well, and clearly a happy guy, you know. I think it's been good to everybody. The meteorites have been really good to everyone. Yeah.
How often can you do a job that you love? You know, digging up treasure. I love to find treasure. Sometimes we buy it, sometimes we find it,
And how long the $10 meteorite? When it
was 17 years ago.
and now 600,000.
That was my largest piece, but
So it's doing good for everybody. That's what I mean. And the quality of the pieces that Mike has, they're some of the best in the world. They really are some of the best in the world. And any museum would be happy to buy, and they do buy and trade. And because these pieces didn't come from museums, these pieces came from going out and getting them. And now everybody wins. And museums have pieces, researchers, everything. Look at this.
as an example, we purchased this a few months ago from Russia. We had it processed, cut up, and yesterday I sold 4 and today I sold 2. These are almost 20,000 each. So quality sells.
Yeah.
Everybody wants them very quickly, and they're almost sold out. I have empty places here because I sold all the pieces. So and these are going to museums also,
What do
not
those
just
weigh a
private
piece?
collectors.
About 5
Oh, this
kilos?
one's 4 kilos.
4
This is the
kilos for
largest.
20,000?
Yeah.
See, and that's a good price.
It's a good price. That's why
That's
they're
a
selling.
good price. Because a piece that big of palisade with a class like that for $20,000 is a good price. That's why he sold so many. So now, see, I'll come back later with some of my stuff and try to make a better deal. You know, it's a trade. What's behind door number 1 or whatever.
Are you sometime? Do you sometimes buy pieces from?
Oh, absolutely. We do a lot of business together back and forth.
Well, usually he only lives 2 kilometers from my house, so usually when I come back from overseas, he's the first one I call, and he runs over quickly
I
and looks
run
at all
over.
of them on the table.
Oh, it's like,
Chooses.
it's so fun. It's a brand new, exciting thing that happened. And here's pieces that just yesterday were farther away than the moon.
This way.
Yes, like that.
So, it's always an adventure. It's always fun. The money's great. We're lucky. We're the luckiest guys.
Well, it's
Louis,
not really
everybody.
about the money, though. I mean, the money, of course, you have to pay the bills. Somebody has to pay the plane tickets. But, you know, usually I don't care about money. I like the adventure. Finding a stone, every time I find a meteorite now, I don't even want to sell it. You know, I don't care if it's worth $10 or $10,000. I want to keep it, you know. So,
It's true.
Yeah.
And it's the adventure of finding it is.
and to hold something that, for example, 1 week before was on the other side of the moon, and you reach down and touch it for the first time. You can't describe that feeling. You know, it's unbelievable.
These are like our toys, you know, and we play with them. We love them.
Expensive toys, no?
Yeah, but they because of what they are, they're so much. Not only are they like a treasure and they're valuable, but because they're samples from the stars and the moon and the places, it makes our life better, richer. It's fun.
We're learning about who we are and where we came from, and inside your body, the minerals that make up your body were stardust. You know, for example, here you have 2 pieces of Mars. You have 165,000. You have this is a large new moon rock. This is 300,000.
And it's
Are
real.
you both really?
I have a lot of rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah, you say yeah. And you say yes, but in a different way.
Yes.
Well, you know,
yes.
but we put all the money back in rocks.
Actually, I prefer my money to be in this form.
Right.
It's a lot safer than the stock market, safer than gold and silver, and safer than money in the bank. For example, you know, I mean, I don't know, in America now, my bank pays me 1% if I'm lucky, interest on money. I buy this rock and the next day I double my money on it. Tell me, that's good business.
Yeah, but we're very much, same Mike, Louis, Alan, we sell meteorites and make money, but we take the money and put it back.
But we love the stones.
Yeah.
I have so many pieces in my collection that I don't care how much money you give me, they're not for sale.
But they become family.
They have no
And-
value. It's
Yeah,
He,
they're
many.
family.
he also, and there's a lot of stones in his collection that I would really like, and he just laughs when I ask
I don't
for
want
it.
to sell them. It's like my children.
You'll
You
never
don't
get
want
it
to.
back. You'll never get the stone back.
So that's why it becomes, they're like family members, you know, all our little alien friends. You know, it's kind of true. And if you go to Mike's house, there's meteorites by the bed, there's meteorites by the table, there's meteorites here, and the same at my house, and you'll see. It's the same. It really takes over your life.
And I got to admit, selling pieces today, every time we've sold one, I really don't like it. I mean, of course I need the money to pay bills, but it does hurt when you package it up and it goes out the door. You know, it's like, oh, I really want to keep that one. But
Really great pieces, man.
yeah,
Great when
like the Mundergilla.
Yeah.
I have at least 3 people that want that piece right
That's
now.
a sweet. I mean, it almost looks
Looks like a horse, a Trojan horse. or
Trojan
something.
horse. Yeah, these are very good pieces.
They take on a life of their own.
And which one is the most precious? The one you...
Probably
It's
just
just March and
actually.
Moon.
March and Moon.
Can I see that new moon
These
rock?
are Moon and Mars rocks. These are extremely valuable.
See, we just
300,000 and it's yours.
that's a new moon rock that was found in Morocco, and there was a second piece, and the second piece I was involved in, and so I have a slice of it, and then they found this one. So these are 2 of the best moon rocks discovered in years, and it's good to see a complete one. I mean, it's
Absolutely crazy. This is the biggest moon rock I got in my hand.
yeah.
Just after you use the one that's 60 grams. I
Right.
remember 20 years ago you gave me the 60 grams. This one is...
Yes.
There is something, you know.
I
It's,
know, it's
oh,
I
yeah,
found
it's coming
3.
from the moon. So after, when you got a piece like this in your hand, after that you look at it differently in the
Sure.
sky. So
It's true.
You got something from there.
Yeah.
It's like it's,
Absolutely.
It's
I mean,
completely crazy in the head.
in Oman, I found 3 separate moon rocks myself. In 22 trips to Oman, I found more than 1,000 meteorites. 3 of them were confirmed moon rocks. And when you get out of the car and you see it on the ground, I mean, I'm on the radio with my partner who's maybe 2 or 3. I was like, I found a moon rock, you know, of course, screaming, oh my God, you know, and it's incredible when you find such a thing and then you look up at the moon.
And it's real.
Another thing which is
That's a great piece.
Yeah.
absolutely
How many
fantastic
grams?
with mine.
775.
775.
Yeah.
So that's
It's which people who are passionate. Really, it's a passion.
that's the biggest complete.
Yeah. This is a piece of Dhofar 1180. I found this myself. This is a piece of moon rock. I found about 30 pieces of this it was broken up in the desert. And even this piece alone is about 30,000.
See, we're crazy for these rocks, you know? That's good. I saw a meteorite fall!
Broken.
Wow.
It's an interesting business, a very small business. We all know each other. And, you know, for example, this meteorite here, did you see that, by the way? The New Gideon.
No.
This piece yesterday, I went to a dealer from South Africa. I saw him opening the box. He opened that. I said, it's mine. I bought it 5 seconds after he took it out of the box. It was sold to me. Now it's here.
That's a great.
That is an incredible Gideon.
Another thing which is very pleasant that Mike, it's a kind of priceless piece, the one from the moon, and he took it out and gave it in your hand like this. It's something between us that
You're welcome to hold it.
Right.
who knows each other. Normally people this price, no, don't touch. And
true.
he's throwing out.
We trust each
put it
other.
in
We
your hand.
have faith in each other.
It's
Now,
C'est
now you know what happens? Now you
C'est-
have the moon
ce que vous
dust.
venez- ce que vous venez de
C'est
faire
un
là,
truc,
c'est
même un truc qu'il n'a pas fait quoi.
délirant. Non mais c'est...
C'est vrai, même ceux qui sont allés sur la Lune, ils ont paramétré ça.
No. And
C'est un peu lourd.
400 kilos.
Ah merde, je sais pas.
at 300,000, that's a bargain price. If it's sliced into pieces, then you're looking at closer to 600,000 or 700,000.
Just little pieces.
It's small
Everybody
pieces.
can get a small
Sorry?
one.
For example, this piece I'm asking 300,000. That's the cash price. If we were to slice it up and cut it into pieces like you see there, then the price would go to 600,000 or 700,000.
But you can go fly.
So it's quite a spectacular find.
It's everybody can participate. You might have to go to Morocco, or you might have to go to like Oman. It's still possible. You know, that's the
Makes something.
best thing. Even if you don't have the money to buy, you can go look, and then you can be a
And
part of
these
it.
slices, that's what
Without
it looks like
money.
inside.